On our 8:30 high beam, and we're just about to do that now as Belle Everett is in, the service director for the city of Uhrichsville. We always appreciate your visit. And how are you today?
I'm doing well. The sun is shining.
Well,
at least temporarily.
That makes us better, doesn't it?
Yes. Thank you.
Well, thanks for coming in. And so we were talking about what to talk about, but with a lot of the things that have been going on, I guess it wasn't that hard because there have been some major improvements and things going on. So let us know what's happening.
The city's been so busy. Mayor Haney has worked very hard. You know, he has some wonderful relationships with area businesses, and he has secured a donation for the concrete donated for an additional basketball court at the Uhrichsville North Park, next to the water park. There'll be lights added, of course, cameras, because we do suffer vandalism oftentimes. So we are, trying to improve and add to the northern park. However, the west side park, which has no backboards, no hoops, the basketball court needs resurfaced, and so we plan to do some major work there also to add lights to improve the kiddie area. So we've got a lot happening just in the basketball court.
That's true.
It's kind of cool. And then the water park, we're planning to begin, I believe, the middle of May. We have a company coming in to paint the both big slides, and that's a major improvement because it's much needed.
Weather permitting, we're hoping to open that Memorial Weekend.
Yes. And if you recall, when we were shut down in 2020, we refurbished and painted the kiddie play area, ordered new umbrellas. We still have several umbrellas to order yet this year, but we're doing a lot of work that a lot of folks don't see.
True.
The chemical room, the utility room that services the water park, we are putting in a ventilation system to pull those chemicals out because it does deteriorate our equipment. So and it's difficult to breathe in there. So we're happy.
Not a good thing for the worker.
No, it's not. So we're happy that council approved all these improvements. We really appreciate their support. And then we are doing some, like I say, umbrellas, some additional small things that, we may enlarge the area where we can serve the concession from 2 windows. So we're looking at expanding the fence and actually making the area larger, giving people more space.
That would be nice too.
Yeah.
So we're all looking forward to summer. So that's a good sign with basketball and swimming and sliding.
Yes.
So another area that you had talked to me about was personnel, because there are new and more people being added on. So what about that?
Well, happily, council approved hiring of a new police officer. We welcomed Elizabeth Elmore on as a new officer. She began here recently, last month, and we have a new city service worker. We've actually had a couple since June of last year. Will Corso was in June of last year, and Bob DeWalt just began here recently. So we are basically back to 4 full-time folks. That's including the supervisor. So we're still a little short, but they're getting out there, getting the job done. And then on the fire department, because we did take on Barnhill, we do have Rush Township. So we've expanded our service for EMS.
Yeah.
So the EMS funding has provided the opportunity to add another paramedic, fireman, Taylor Fatch, and so we're happy to welcome 3 new employees here in the recent months.
I'm assuming they're staying pretty busy.
They are. Unfortunately, that EMS and fire, they're always out there.
That's what they're there for, huh?
And the police. Yes.
So, and now council's back to full strength.
It is. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Ron Miller. He served the council for several years and headed the EMS committee. Was very, an important piece of the puzzle to, unite them and for the city to go out independently to serve as our emergency medical services. So he had decided to resign, and he had recently lost his wife, and so I think he's spending more time with his dog Buddy. So I would love to see Ron stop in. He does. He'll still stop in to visit. But we're welcoming a new council member, Terry Engstrom. He'll be sworn in this Thursday evening. Terry is an outdoors person. He jogs, he walks, and he's already been looking at his ward. He's in Ward 2. And he's already out there looking and making suggestions and presented them to the administration. So I'm looking forward to working with Terry and the rest of council to, get this city into shape for spring and summer.
I understand he lived here for quite a while and then moved away for a little bit, but
Yes.
obviously he's back now.
Yes, he is. Well, his family's here.
Yeah.
I mean, his daughter and his grandchildren are here, so he wanted to return to home. I believe he lived in Boston, Florida, was in management, and so I think he brings a lot to the table, and I'm
Right.
looking forward to working with him.
I think that'll be great. And we talked a little bit about paving. We're unsure yet because the bids aren't in and that sort of thing, but there will be some done, right?
There will be. With the cost of liquid,
Oh.
it's a little crazy. So we can't commit to, say, a list until we get that final bid. I do know one thing. 11th Street, near the stadium, will be completed. We'll be adding a catch basin. We're going to try to get some water. We'll have to profile it. We're looking at that. That's going to be a difficult one because we barely have fall. Sort of like right out here, right outside the radio station. And when you're on this flat ground, it's really difficult to manage the water. But I spoke to you, and ODOT has patched this out here on Johnson Avenue. We appreciate it, and then we'll be back in to hopefully, finish the project.
Reinforce it. And you might be doing some of that sort of work too, right?
Oh, yes.
Around the city.
Yeah, if we aren't asphalting as many streets, what we'll probably do is put the the funding into us repairing. I mean, we have soft spots. We have to dig. We have to put new base in, those sorts of things, because it's silly to asphalt a road when it's sinking.
Yeah.
So we do have some major repairs, and currently also working with Donnie Fawcett, Twin City Water and Sewer. We are looking at some of our I&I issues, which is where sanitary and storm infill, they kind of mix and they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
So we're looking at the west side, West 4th. We do have some issues there, hoping that maybe Donnie and the city, or Twin City Water and Sewer and the city, could come up with possibly an EPA grant. So looking forward to trying to make some improvements in these areas that were recently flooded. And that even makes the problem worse.
That complicates things. Looking ahead to fun, do we have any festivals that are on the horizon, or do we know yet?
I don't. I do believe there is one, but I don't know if the date was confirmed.
Oh, okay. Well,
but I will report that to you as soon as I get
You get that to us because we like festivals.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Well, we did have Chick-fil-A came to town.
Boy.
And they were, the Moose Lodge allowed them on their parking lot, and I guess it was a big hit.
I'm sure.
And they're wanting to return this month, so they may be back somewhere. I'm not quite sure yet, but
All right.
we'll be in touch.
Well, if anybody has a concern or a question or something like that, can they reach you or the mayor's office? Or how would we do that?
Yes, 740-922-1242, extension 1. That is the administrative office. And, of course, we have business cards there. It has my cell phone. It has my email, all of that, the mayor's personal information, contact info. So we're accessible 24/7, believe me.
Yeah, well, we need to get a hold of you.
Yes.
Well, Belle, thanks a lot. Is there anything else we should know? Or we'll just save it till next time?
Well, just real quick, we did order a new police cruiser.
Oh.
And we are modifying a current cruiser to become the canine cruiser, and then that cruiser, the old canine, will be sold. We currently have 2 pieces of equipment on Gov Deals. All you have to do is go to Gov Deals and type in Uhrichsville. You'll see a bucket truck with a 33-foot boom. It needs some work, and an old police cruiser. The engine blew, but some people like to.
It's got a body.
Fix things up. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey,
Thank you.
that's good. That'll be good to surf and see about that stuff. So
Yeah.
thanks for being in. How about we have you back pretty soon?
Okay, just
All right.
give me a ring.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much. Belle Everett, who is the service director for the city of Uhrichsville, this morning on our 8:30 High Beam here on the BT Morning Show.